Hi guys, welcome to Strength Reversed. My name is Amy. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk about tarot and chakras, specifically the root chakra. So make sure you subscribe so that you can join me for all of the chakra videos. Before we talk about the root chakra, I want to explain what a chakra is and how I see chakras. And I do not study Kundalini yoga, and I have not read any, Hindu traditional texts that explain what chakras are. And so my information about chakras is filtered through a lot of things. So if you imagine prana or chi or energy, I just call it energy, flowing up through your body kind of along a tube, there are different places, and these are symbolic places in your body where you can focus and visualize while traditionally it was a certain deity or a certain sacred space that was associated with each chakra. And they're also associated with the elements. Chakra means wheel, but when you work with your chakras, you don't have to visualize it as a wheel. You can visualize a lotus flower, a ball, whatever works for you. We're going to start with the root chakra because that is sort of the foundation of all of the other chakras. And there are 7 main chakras, but there are also other chakras that are at your feet and above the crown chakra, but we will start at the beginning. And the root chakra is also called Mooladhara, and it is, if you imagine it at the base of your spine between your legs. Yes, there. That's where it is. Now, you might think of it as the color red, but it is associated with the element of earth, and therefore, as tarot readers, that would be the suit of Pentacles. What I did that was really helpful before I pulled any tarot cards was I did some yoga. So if you're not into yoga, that's okay. And so I did some yoga, and then I kind of just sat and meditated on my root chakra. And it was only later that I pulled some cards. But what I would suggest you do is go through whatever deck that you want to use and pull out all of the suit of Pentacles, including the court cards, and just put those aside. I'm going to tell you what things might come up for your root chakra. The root chakra is the foundation of all of the other chakras, and it is the basis of life. So it is associated with safety, with survival, that's food, water, shelter. It is associated with being rooted and grounded. I'm just going to make sure I don't miss any. It is associated with security, belonging, stability, your family, society, fitting in, material things, money and work and your home. It is trusting the universe, proving yourself. These are all basic things. If you don't have what you need to survive, then you can't learn. You can't, you can't grow in other ways unless your basic needs are met. And that's what this chakra is about. So after you pull out all of the pentacles in your deck, shuffle those and think for a moment about all of the topics, safety and security and survival. And if this chakra is ideal, now it's just a place to focus on. But to me, chakras are almost kind of like your thyroid. There's a good balance. There's that sweet spot where things are doing what they're supposed to do. But you can have hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. So if you have too much or too little going on there, problems can happen. Just look through your Pentacles cards and come up with, pick the card that to you shows survival, being rooted, being grounded, things working out in that area. What does balanced look like to you in those areas? For me, I picked the Ace of Pentacles in the Light Seers. I see balance here. I see roots growing. I see seeds being planted. I see energy ready to be used for whatever it needs to be, wherever it needs to go. I see new growth being grounded and reaching up at the same time. So to me, if things are ideal in the area that this chakra symbolizes, that's what that would look like to me. And then shuffle your Pentacles deck and pick one card that might look like stuck, and pick another card that might be too much or too little, hypo or hyper. For me, the too little or the stuckness was 2 of Pentacles, and I saw here this desert, and she's balanced but dragging along a lot of stuff she doesn't need, and maybe forgetting to nourish herself. She has this canteen of water, but to me, when I'm out of whack in this area, that's what that might look like. Kind of burdensome, forgetting to take care of myself. I have everything I need, but I'm forgetting to use it. And then for maybe something that's overactive, I chose the 8 of Pentacles, and I saw a lot of energy here that is unfocused, maybe so much energy and so little focus that it's almost paralyzing. I see kind of not being grounded. And I know that's not traditionally what this card might mean, but this is what I'm getting out of it when I put it in this context. There's a lot going on, and I'm maybe going to burn out a little bit. So for this part of myself, and again, these are just symbolic places within your inner self. When I get out of whack in this area, this chakra, I'm probably either not taking care of myself, I'm not nourishing myself enough, or I'm maybe really unfocused and burning out. And that's what that might feel like. You might get something totally different from your cards. Maybe for you, it means I'm spending too much money or spending too much time at work or something like that. So after you choose a card that might show what it looks like when the chakra is underactive or overactive, I'm going to read again this list of that corresponds with the root chakra. And whichever maybe 3 or so stick out at you, maybe pull one of your cards for that. So there are probably a few that for you are, have a charge, like, oh yeah, work, or oh, family stuff, or something like that. For me, it was belonging was a big one, and trusting the universe and feeling safe. Those are big ones for me. So those are what I would pull out of my Pentacles deck. So I'll read this again. Safety, security, survival, belonging, stability, family, society, beliefs, rooted or grounded, material, trust, proving oneself. So if any of those called to you, throw a card for each of those. Throw one of your Pentacle cards. Now, the way I operate is after I pulled these cards, I would definitely be journaling like mad about them, or maybe I would just sit in meditation with them and really focus on that, where that chakra lies physically in my body, and see what comes up when you think about these cards. The 3 that stuck out for me were safety, belonging, and trust. And the one I pulled for safety, the Pentacle card, was the 9 of Pentacles. And, when I look at this card, it's hard for me to believe that the world is a safe place. because I have, you know, an anxiety disorder, and that's just always been, I see the world as a very dangerous place. And so this card, she seems very comfortable in her surroundings. She enjoys her surroundings. She, I can tell, feels supported by her surroundings. And I think just looking at this card can change the energy a little bit. Belonging for me, I chose the King of Pentacles. And, you know, this person, when I look at this card, just all those old feelings of when I was a kid and feeling like something was just a little, like I just God didn't get the memo about something. Like I just didn't get what everyone else seemed to understand. And I see him as someone who enjoys being alone and is confident in that. And I think I'm gaining confidence in that. I'm definitely a loner. I'm definitely someone who, I have a small group of close friends. I'm not super social. I'm super introverted. And I'm only just recently realizing that it's okay to be like that and that there's not something wrong with me. At least not that. The other thing is trusting the universe. That was the third one that I chose. And I pulled the Seven of Pentacles, which to me is perfect. I have this need to control. I just want to control everything. And, you know, I'd be the one pulling up this plant, checking on it. Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Yeah. But I see in this card, there are just so many cool things happening beneath the surface that if I trust in the process and trust that good things are brewing, and quit trying to control it and trying to speed it up and hurry it up and check on it all the time, enjoying the process is something that has come up for me a lot. Anything that's grounding is good for working with your root chakra. So going outside, sitting on the ground, sitting on the floor when you're watching TV, working in the garden, or just doing something completely insane like going for a walk without your cell phone. Or you could go really crazy and maybe eat a vegetable. Let me know if you do any work with your root chakra. I'd love to know what cards that you chose and what came up for you. Thank you for joining me. I know I'm working on the Hierophant episode of Tarot Spiral. I'm kind of procrastinating on that. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys. Make sure you like or subscribe. Bye.